Okay, welcome to Mr. Womack's wonderful, helpful videos. So now that we've gone through the aerodynamic forces, you've got to see these formulas in action. You're going to get a little practice with them. So with that, some of you are going to get stuck, especially you guys that are online and don't get to have the luxury of having Mr. Womack right there. So I'm kind of creating these little videos to help walk you through. So if you at least follow these helpful videos and walk through, life should be a little better for you. You should do a little bit better on these assignments. So this first video, I'm just going to cover questions 1 through 7 real quick, just to make sure you know what you're supposed to do. So use the PowerPoint I provided in the directions. It should come up as a Google slide for you. So it works on Chromebooks and all of that stuff. You're going to go through. Here's a lift formula. Here's a drag formula. Neither one of these exact variations of the formula were shown, but you would have seen it with the coefficient of lift and the coefficient of drag out here, and would have been flipped around a little bit. So, but we can still use the same formula, and I want you to plug in the variables that go with them. So down here at the bottom, you have a word bank. So you should be able to figure all of these out. So the first one is going to be for lift. The second set on this one is going to be for drag. So make sure that you get it in there. Even if I put L in here twice, kind of like I did on here, make sure that you, for both of these, that you list on this one, you're going to list the name of the variable. And then over here on this one, I want the unit that is used for each one. So when we went through, what unit is lift going to be in? Is it going to be in pounds? Is it going to be in grams? Is it going to be in newtons? What's it going to be in? You got to put that in there. 2 of these are going to be no units. So if you come across that and you're like, oh, I don't know, I can't find the unit for that, there's 2 of them. 2 out of all of these will have no units, okay? So just write no unit or unitless for that. But all the others, you should be able to put the units. So if it's like meters per second squared, or that's what you write down, okay? So good luck with that part. In question 3, I want you to tell me which equation is the lift equation. So look over here and you'll write that number in the line. Pretty simple, not a big deal, okay? Question 4, it wants you to kind of make a choice. So looking at the equations that we have, I'll bring back up the first one. It wants you to look here and go, well, here's all the information about this pilot is flying, and she hits turbulent air pocket, and she needs to decrease drag. So which one of these is going to give us the greatest effect of stabilizing our flight? Because it's like she needs to reduce drag, which should kind of increase lift a little bit. So when that happens, which one of these up here, which one of these variables is going to have the greatest effect on this particular part? So choose which one and see what happens, okay? Same thing in number 5. There's another scenario, and in this one, they need to increase lift. So which one of these is going to increase lift? You know, I know they put increase altitude, but in order to gain altitude, you have to have lift. So that's not a great choice. So hopefully you're listening to this, and that will get you there. So only one of those would make sense, okay? All right, moving on. Question 6 is your first getting to work with the formula. So in this particular problem, tells us that the aircraft described below, that we're going to calculate the drag. So here's our drag formula. Down here, you're simply going to, I'm going to put drag because that's what we're solving for, and I need CD. So I'm going to look down here and find my value for CD, and I'm going to write it in. So I'll put 0.074 like this, okay? we need to multiply that by our area. So I'm going to look down here and find where I see area. Flying at an altitude, we got this, got our pressure. Oh, our wing area is right up here, 350 meters squared. So I'm just going to write that. Okay, then we need to times our air density. So I'm going to look down here and see where I find air density. So it's flying at altitude. Here is pressure, and here is air density. So I'm going to put air density in here. So that would be times 0.45. Is that right? So I have 0.45. I'm going to keep drawing my line out here. Now I got to multiply it by my velocity squared. So I look down here. Oh, what is my velocity? Oh, it's flying at 84.3 seconds or meters per second. And that's squared. Okay, so I have that right there. All of that is going to be over 2. So now that I have this, you get to solve. So be careful, because you need to remember your order of operation. Okay, operations. So you get to do one of these first before you do some other stuff. So make sure you know what you're doing. Anyway, I'm not solving the problem, but that's kind of what you need to do. Number 7 is exactly like number 6, except we have some different data. You're going to go in. We're going to find the coefficient of drag. So you're going to do 2 times. You're going to find your drag force. You're going to put that over your area, which is up here. Then you have your air density. So you're going to plug that in, and your velocity, which is right there. So you put all that in, calculate it out again. Remember, order of operations. Make sure you do certain things first. Hopefully you're watching the video, because I give you lots of hints. Okay, you should come up with one of the answer choices that are down here. All I need you to do is use the highlight tool in Google Docs and highlight the correct answer. Okay, all right. That is questions 1 through 7. So hopefully that will help you out. Good luck. And if you have any questions, you may email me, send me a message through a Mind, or click on that Zoom link. Even if I'm not on Zoom right away, it does send me an email and I will jump on. Okay? So there you go. Good luck on numbers 1 through 7.